graduate of USC, George Lucas, who made the prize-winning film THX 1138-43B.
When I first entered the University of Southern California, as I said, I didn't know anything about film, and I didn't know what a filmmaker was. I didn't know what a producer was, or a director, or anything. All I knew was I wanted to make film.
First, there were the machines. They put them in studios and created an industry. Now the young filmmakers are reclaiming the camera for the individual. To them, it is an artist's tool. Through it, they see us in a new way. With it, they are creating a revolution in the way we see. Artists and audience, we are all a film generation. There are two paradoxes in this. Lack of structure is in itself a kind of structure. Something is said about the quality of our lives, our world, after all. And film, good film, fixes an artist's vision, even one as transitory as a light show, forever. That is what attracts so many kids to it. That is why film schools like this one at the University of Southern California are suddenly so crowded. Why new ones are starting all the time. They teach you to use the complex equipment of a complex art. More important, they offer an atmosphere of aesthetic excitement, of creative experiment. A graduate of USC, George Lucas, who made the prize-winning film THX 1138-43B.
When I first entered the University of Southern California, as I said, I didn't know anything about film, and I didn't know what a filmmaker was. I didn't know what a producer was, or a director, or anything. All I knew was I wanted to make film, and whatever that entailed. Having come out of painting and art, I'd had experience with doing the participating in a medium by oneself rather than people, and therefore I think I tended more toward the personal film than toward a group effort. At SC, filmmaking is taught. We start with basic camera, basic editing, and move into working with crews made up of different individuals, where the individuals in the crew have a great deal to say about how the film is made. It's a chance to work with young people who are all thinking, in radical new directions and can bounce ideas off of each other. Film school is, to be very succinct, a great environment to make films, and a great environment to make films that have no purpose. And it gives you a real chance to experiment and to test your abilities in the medium, which is a chance you don't get once you get on the outside. And it's a good chance for a person to get exposed to a lot of different types of film, a lot of different types of equipment. I made as many types of films that I could possibly make. I wanted to make documentaries and experimental films and educational films and dramatic films. I wanted to, play around in all the categories and see which one I was best at, actually.
Lucas is out of school now, working with Francis Ford Coppola, himself a recent graduate of the film school at UCLA. Coppola is directing The Rain People, his third professional film for Warner Brothers. And Lucas is making a movie of him making a movie.
I think this film, The Rain People, is a good example of a personal film, where a man decides he's got an idea and he wants to carry it through. He writes it and directs it, and there is no studio executive, no producer, no one to tell him artistically what he has to do. And I think this is a major breakthrough in this type of filmmaking, especially in this country. It's tending away from a factory, and it's tending more toward an art center, if I can use that term. And the director is becoming more important, and his ideas are becoming more important. On The Rain People, I'm making a film, cinema verite type diary, of how a film is made, the daily struggle that goes on with the director and with the crew, with the cameraman and the soundman and the editor, and what their problems are every day and how they feel about things, and the personal problems that are faced every day on a set that nobody really realizes about. Right now I'm writing the script THX 1138, which I made a short film in school which was really only an experiment to test out some ideas I had. The short film in no way really resembles the feature I'm going to do, except in the technique and the look of it.
THX 1138 was an experiment that worked. It won first prize at the National Student Film Competition. THX has no dialogue, plot, or characters in the usual sense. A succession of sounds and images, it recreates moods too familiar to modern man. Terror, alienation, paranoia, helplessness. The distortions and jumps on your set are part of the film's technique. Our machine, the camera, is used to indict the machine-made, machine-ruled universe. The way out is on its way in. The film factories have hung help-wanted signs on their gates. Some say the film generation will receive a warm welcome inside. Others say they will be forced to run from the ubiquitous and omnipotent commercial machine. How will they fare? Stay tuned in for 20 or 30 years, and you may find out.
This is NET, the Public Television Network.